We've got a lot of people who've been working at Bagnalls for a long time, and we wanted to make sure that we were giving people very much the opportunity to be the best managers and supervisors they could be.
I've been working for Bagnalls now for 21 years. I do Chelsea Football Stadium, which is a big job through the summer, and then in the winter I'll do a lot of railway stations for Bagnalls.
I've been working at Bagnalls for 14 years now, and I'm currently doing a job in Tunbridge Wells. It's a tower block, so there's a lot of subcontractors on there, scaffolders, asphalters, abseilers.
It would be 22 years at Bagnalls. My job role is just basically make sure the site is ready up and running for my painters to start work. I've worked for Bagnalls for just coming up to 9 years now. The thing I like the most about my role is I get to see places that nobody else gets to see, and I get paid to do it, which is fantastic. So the course was split into 2 halves. We did 2 days, and then a few weeks later come back for the second 2 days and discuss initially what we'd learned, if we'd already managed to put any of the things we'd learned into practice. The course involved a lot of open discussion. A lot of the supervisors and the contracts managers there saying how they run jobs, and we're trying to help each other, bouncing ideas around and what we would do differently in certain situations. Everyone had different approaches.
There was loads of being very open and honest with your opinions. There was a lot of practical, a lot of fun, more fun than I thought it would be. We was in teams of 4. We had to build a bridge out of straws, paper and sellotape, and basically you just had to go round and swap and barter to get more stuff. They were good challenges. I enjoyed doing them.
It wasn't death by PowerPoint. There was lots of breaks in between to keep people awake and engaged. Team building activities. We also specifically split people up from their usual comfort groups.
Because the way the course had been set up, where we had people from different levels of the business, there was initially, I think, a lot of reluctance from people to get involved and share. But the person delivering the course was fantastic, and they really created an atmosphere that encouraged people to get involved. And once people started to loosen up, you found that the day just naturally flowed really quickly.
I think they really brought people out of their shells. I think some of the guys, although they've been supervisors for a long time, they're still not very confident being around new people.
One of the participants, when he started, he had an awful fear of being able to speak in public, which many people have. But come day 4, he was stood up in front of the whole room, delivering a speech, which just showed how much of an effect it had on people. And the response to it was phenomenal.
When things haven't perhaps gone quite to plan, it's always been a bit of a challenge in finding a way to let people know that that's a thing, and that was part of the course that I took away, of ways to deliver that information to people without pointing fingers or being aggressive or creating a potential rift.
The biggest thing is taught me how to approach people and not coming across aggressive or too demanding. In the past, if I pulled someone's work, they would get the ump and it would end up in an argument. What I learned on the course was if you approach it with a different tone, different wording, you don't have to get that far and stuff gets sorted out a hell of a lot quicker and easier.
I think it's changed me in a way that I would plan things a little bit more better. Instead of just jumping forward into it, take a step back. If you plan it, it's going to work out a lot better, and you can just crack on with that.
The fact that there was supervisors, contract managers, branch managers, directors all in the same room, it was a good time to get things off your chest. There was a lot of minor snags that people never really wanted to own up to. But I think we've discovered that it's not about who done the issue, it's more about fixing the issue.
When I took over, there was very much an us and them make-up within the business, us being the office staff, them being the operatives, and we were trying to break down those barriers. So having them go through this training about effective communication, leading by example. Accountability doesn't just mean holding your subordinates to account, but also you can hold your superiors to account. It helps, makes you step your game up, and it's definitely made my life a lot easier.
I think everybody, and specifically me actually, felt that the course was very worthwhile.
I think it really helps people with their confidence, speaking in groups, working with others. I recommend it to anyone.
I would always recommend to do it. There was a lot to take in, but you will learn something from it.
Before I started the course, I was very unsure whether it's benefit me in any way, shape or form. But to be honest with you, I thought the course was absolutely amazing. That's all I can say because it has helped me.